Hi, I am Hareesh. This is how I learned to create games. In the beginning, I playing games when my uncle brought a PC and gave me some games to play. The first game I played was NFS, then Claw, the 3 2D game, then Prince of Persia. Those were my favorite game at the time. After that, like uh, the journey starts when my brother asked me to find my purpose in life was similar to that. What I want to do in the future. I looked into everything, every hobbies I have. Mostly I played games every time. Because of that, my parents were also curious about it. They sometimes switch off the main switch to let me come and have food and everything. So I thought I would like to play games or create that thing that is that interested me. So I given him that option. So he told me that it is really a big area. You should consider what you want to do in them, etc. Like that. So that's how I started my game development journey. The memory that I have of a biggest game, my biggest interest game was God of War. Actually, I didn't play at that time that game. The core concept, was really interested for me. How I known about this was from a small storybook called Baldrama. So I started reading about the name itself was very intriguing. God of War, what is that? So I started reading the whole page. I never read that much for just for that. And I started learning that there is someone who is trying to kill a god. So I was really intrigued about that, and I really want to play. At some point of my life, I played a mobile version of it, but it was not enough. I really want to play the original version. I tried in different ways, but that was the most beautiful memory of reading that uh, full 2 pages of God of War, the story itself. So like in the 8th grade itself, I want to have any purpose in my life because of my brothers talking to me. He asked me for a purpose in life, and I given him a game development. So I searched through what type of games, how can I build games. I searched through every nook and corner, like internet, books, everything. Then I understand programming is needed, art designing is needed, some kind of things are needed. And I planned through, in the 10th, after 10th itself, I was thinking of going for a diploma course for game development. But my parents stopped that. You have to go through +1, +2. After that, you can go anywhere you want. But after +1, +2, I was thinking for going abroad to learn game development. But at that time also, I was not sure if this will be my purpose itself. I was still confused about should I choose this course, career itself. So due to my confusion, my parents told me that you should get a degree, then you can go anywhere. So I started going for a BTech degree in computer science itself, and completed at 2022. And that was when my parents told me you can go anywhere you want, you can go abroad, anything is fine. Yeah, that is my main thing. From as I said, from the 8th grade itself, I want to pursue the career on game development. So I asked my parents and everywhere, but they were not knowledgeable about the game development field actually. So what happened was they wasn't sure that the choice I took was correct or not. So they want some more confirmation on that part. There at that time, my brother was very supportive, and he knows much more about these things than others in my family. So he was very supportive and told there is a career in this and everything like that. So and after some time, actually I created a small game and showed to my parents. That's the main time that when they like, okay, you can go for it. It's okay. Like they were actually very supportive about these facts. Like even before I said, they were like only partially agreed about things. But after this, they were okay. You can choose whatever. It's okay, like that. Okay, yeah. For my friends and others, not that many friends. Like my main friends are actually all gamers. So there was no problem with them. Actually, they were really interested in the same career. After I talked with them, then came to an understanding that we want to create some games. My one of my friends was a designer, so we tried to pitch up some like stories and everything to make game in the future. It didn't happen, so that is the problem. But everyone was very supportive because everyone loved the game. So what happened after graduation was, I was actually confused. Should I take the abroad? And like 90% I was thinking of going abroad. But the last 10%, there was so many problems in so many abroad countries. So I was confused, and it is like a one-time ticket because so many money should be spent, and if I don't get a job after that, that would be very problematic. So I was really confused at that time. And my brother was like my elder brother was also like concerned that most of the jobs need experience, minimum experience. So I was doubtful of going abroad, but still that was my only choice. I was going to learn IELTS for my abroad studies. That's when I searched for many jobs at that, for in game development only, not in other sections. And I came up with so many, like some companies like interested, but the pay was very low. So I was thinking of going abroad itself. That's when I came to know Outscal. Like in the LinkedIn itself, there was so many posting of Outscal job. Then I know there was a button called Upskill. I didn't understand actually what is that. So I was going through it, and I came to a particular word called singleton. That is a word that I didn't understand at the beginning, because I know that word. I want to learn what is that from YouTube itself, but I didn't understand anything about it. That's when I started to be curious of upskill. So for starting with, how I joined Outscal was there was so many companies for game development diploma, that kind of 3 years, 2 years, so many courses are out there. Outscal was advantages, or the cons for pros for Outscal was, first of all, the particular syllabus. Every module was structured. I can go through, I can view the modules even if they're locked. I can know what is the titles. I understand it is actually very advanced, because I learned some of the MVC structures are there for web development and everything, but I didn't think there was MVC for game development or singleton. What is singleton? Like that questions actually give me a surprise. So I actually want to learn. Even though if I didn't get a job or anything, I actually want to learn what is these things. What can I learn for making a advanced game development area? Then the question stands, what is the assurance? We cannot be sure. The one of the things is it is in New Delhi, so it is from Kerala. It's actually the opposite side of India. So we cannot be sure if they exist or not, or something like that. Then there was so many testimonies, but still we were not that fully assured about that case. That's when I see my senior from college. I didn't know him at that time. Yogesh is his name. So I just asked him about I got his number from my friends, and I asked him about how it is it correct, like is it true, is it assurable, like similar to that question. So he said we can trust this one. This is a very good one. I just like he's going through smoothly in that. So that code made it all possible to get into the Outscal sequence. I was going to go through, even though if I don't get a job, I really want to learn what is the things they are teaching. And that's when I started. And what surprised me, what surprised me was the self-paced mechanism that we can study ourselves, and the things that we learn is very important for the fact of the environment. Like I didn't think in the engineering and in the Outscal session there was too much of importance to what we want to learn. Like, what is this used for? That is the main concept that we are looking for here. In other cases, only the theory will be told. That is not very likely to understand what is that thing. In case of classes, objects, in that sense, it is very understandable what we need this for, etc. So I really like the going of the modules and everything. What problem I faced was okay. So in some most of the modules there should be a project for game. So what caused me problem was, every time I tried to build a game, every day, like if there is a 3-day game, every day I will come up with the new features. So I can never make up a full game if that goes on. So I have to fix my features to complete the project. That was the main disadvantage I faced when creating a game in a time limit. So every time I think of a game, I will write it down and compress it as much as I can and only focus on that. Even so many features will come to my mind even just 1 hour after, but I will only concentrate on that. So there is a project for every module, and for the first fundamental Unity module, there was a project for game jam. So I took the theme as into the light, and what inspired me to took that part was there was a simple game, 2D game that I saw in YouTube and everything. It's pretty simple, but the thing is, we can light our sword on fire, and it will create a circle around us, and we can walk through shadows. The circle will close down. So the simple thing is, if we are in the light, we will heal and we will save. If we go out of the light, we will try to die down. So I started making the plans for that, and I tried to create that game by using tile maps and everything. Everything I learned. That's when I started to create something from the singleton itself, using singleton. Everything I learned, I started to create that, and it became pretty much good actually. I really liked what I created. There was animation, there was good environment, there was sound, everything was in there. Before that, some of them will be missing. I don't know how to decide. Sound is a very BMS. So this is the first game that made me feel like, yeah, I made a game. So I think it was last of November to start of December 2023 that I started my placement session. So I tried apply for many companies, and there were so many application gone through Outscal itself. They were very helpful on that part, because so many companies, I don't even know their names. I didn't even see them in the LinkedIn. So many companies contacted me through Outscal itself, and their process was pretty much simple, and they will provide us what is actually will happen in the interview. There will be an introduction, there will be a technical round, HR round, like everything will be detailedly given in the placement sessions and everything. And every placement session, we will review what went wrong, what should we do in this case, or does it feel good to have completed that? How did you feel about the answers that you give? Everything will be detailedly like asked in that session, and he will provide feedbacks for everything. So that was pretty much good sessions, and like they will also talk about the things that you get, like the amenities that you get from the company, and compare it with others. If there was some problem, they will point that out, that this company is not good, like they are not paying you well or some similar in that sense. So they will point out you should not avoid these type of companies, or you should focus on these type of companies, similar to that sense. So what happened was, there was a company called Cusmat. I didn't know them before. It was through Outscal itself I know them. Everyone told me that it was a good company. It is a startup, started in 2020 or thing. And we tried to learn more about. Everyone know that it was an XR developer job, so we need to know something much about vectors and everything. So I started to look for vectors, and everyone, if we ask, everyone will provide you the necessary tools or necessary videos and everything for learning that stuff. And the technical round was pretty much simple. They didn't ask about that vector and everything. They asked about normal concepts and some advanced things like observer pattern and object coding, others similar to that sense, and some logical questions also. After that, I didn't even think I thought it went well, but there was no callback from them. So I started moving on with the other companies. So that's when the in the placement session, they told me to check up with them in 1 week or two, like that sense. And I check up with them. That's when they give me an offer, a small offer, and yeah, that's when I got the offer letter, offer, and I asked for more. I checked with every other companies also, and I got the offer letter. And yeah, that's mainly it. I chose that offer. So I am currently placed at Cusmat as XR developer, and I am currently working on level design, level management, what level should do, what the player should do, and how it should proceed, and everything will be given by me. Every instruction should be processed through correctly by the player itself. If not, there will be no forward for that level. Similar to that sense, every level is designed by me. That's the main thing I am doing. Okay, if start, and if someone asks me about choosing game development as a career, I will always tell yes, that's a good choice, because everyone will think that job is only for making money, but it is also a lifestyle, I believe, because we have to go through most of our time in that job itself. So we have to be we have to feel happy doing that job. So if you took game development as a career, it is actually very fun to create games. The main thing I like was, if we try to change something, we can see it, we can hear it, every possible senses, we can know that something has changed. When we create a world, we will be inspired by our imaginations itself. So everything we do in this case will be fun. Everyone will like it. So if you are choosing that kind of thing, in your imagination, you want to create games, is that what you want to do? Then that is a good choice. That's the only thing I make.